early morning light. All said. French doors. Lovely garden. Flowering crabs. Do you like gardening?
I used to.
Imagine having a long, leisurely breakfast in here.
As opposed to an instant coffee on the Eastern Airlines?
Exactly. You know, this is a room after my own heart. I grew up in a dining room like this. Same sort of furniture, everything.
Oh, so did I.
Then here we are. Welcome home.
What are they asking again?
Make an offer. I think they'll come down.
The trouble is we never use this room.
Oh, no.
We didn't. The last 2 houses we lived in, we used the dining room table to sort laundry.
Oh, dear.
Maybe you'd better show me something more contemporary.
That means something further out. How long have we got to find you a home?
1 day.
And how long will the corporation keep you here after you found it?
About 6 months to a year.
Oh, then definitely we should look farther out. You can look at the kitchen as we leave.
You shouldn't have showed me this room first.
I thought it was something to go by.
You spoiled everything else.
Oh, no. We'll find you something if we've got all day.
Let's go, or I'll buy it. The dining room.
Yes,
Notice how we gravitate right to this room.
I know it.
You sure Mother doesn't want this stuff in Florida?
She hardly has room for what she's got. She wants us to take turns without fighting.
We'll have to draw lots then.
Unless one of us wants something and the other one doesn't.
We have to do it today.
Do you think that's enough time to divide up a whole dining room?
I have
whole
to go.
house?
I have to go back, Sal. Here, we'll use this sauce spoon. Take your pick. You get the spoon, you get the dining room.
You mean you want the dining room?
Yeah.
What happened to the stuff you had?
Jake took it. It was part of the settlement.
If you win, where will you put it?
That's my problem, Sal.
I thought you had a tiny apartment.
I'll find someplace.
I mean, your children won't want it.
Probably not.
Well, then where on earth?
Come on, Sal, choose. You don't want it?
Of course I want it.
I mean, you already have a perfectly good dining room.
Not as good as this.
You mean you want 2 dining rooms?
I'd give our old stuff to Debbie.
To Debbie?
She's my oldest child.
Does Debbie want a dining room?
She might.
In a condominium?
She might.
In Denver?
She just might.
I don't want to fight. Come on, choose.
Are you planning on putting it in storage?
I might.
I checked on that. It costs an arm and a leg.
So does shipping it to Denver.
I know what'll happen if you win.
What?
You'll end up selling it.
Selling it?
That's what'll happen. It'll kick around for a while and you'll end up calling a furniture dealer.
I'm absolutely amazed you'd say that.
I don't want to fight, Aggie.
Neither do I. Maybe we should defer the dining room.
Maybe we should.
Selling the dining room? Is that what you told Mother I'd do?
I told her I'd give you the piano if I could have the dining room.
I'll be lucky if I keep this spoon!
Look, I'll give you the coffee table and the piano if you could just give me the dining room.
Hey,
Oops, I thought you had gone.
I forgot my briefcase. What's going on?
I have to get this term paper done.
In here?
Of course I'm here.
You're going to type?
Of course I'm going to type.
In here at this table?
Why not?
You're going to sit there and type on my dining room table?
Of course I'm going to type. Why not?
Why?
Because it wasn't.
Because it wasn't designed for it, that's why.
Oh, Helga.
Lucky I came back. Next thing you know, you'll be feeding the dog off our list of china.
It's got rubber pads under it. I checked. Fine, I'll get something else.
You're not going to use those placemats.
I thought I would, yes.
Those are good placemats.
We haven't used them in 10 years.
Those are extremely good placemats, Ellie. My mother got those in Italy.
Fine. We'll use this then. We put pots on them. We could certainly put a typewriter. Don't you have a plane to catch? It's kind of hard to work when your friend is hovering over you like a helicopter.
Well, it's kind of hard to leave when your friend is systematically mutilating the dining room table.
I'll be careful, I swear. Now, goodbye.
Couldn't you please work somewhere else?
I'd like to know where.
What's wrong with the kitchen table?
It's It doesn't work, Helga. Last time I got peanut butter all over my footnotes.
I'll set up a bridge table in the living room.
I just have to move every time you and your friends want to watch TV.
You mean you're going to leave all that stuff there?
I thought I would, yes.
All that stuff all over the dining room?
Yes.
It
It just sits here, Helga. It's never used.
You mean you're going to commandeer the dining room for the rest of the term?
It just sits here, Helga. It's never
Keep
used.
going, stay in character.
Line.
What if I want to give a dinner party?
Oh, what if I want to give a dinner party?
Since when have we given a dinner party?
What if I want to have a few people over?
We'll eat in the kitchen.
Oh, Jesus.
Everybody does it these days.
Stay with it.
That doesn't make it right.
Let me get this done. Let me get a good grade and get my master's degree so I can be out of here every day.
Fine, what the hell? Then why don't I turn it into a tool room every night?
Why did you tell Mildred to wake me up, Mother?
Let me just finish this grocery list.
I mean, it's Saturday, Mother.
Shh. There. I know it's Saturday, darling, and I apologize, but something has come up and I want you to make a little decision.
What decision?
Start your breakfast, dear. No one can think on an empty stomach. Now, guess who telephoned this morning?
Who?
Your Aunt Martha.
Oh, I love her!
So do I, but the poor thing hasn't got enough to do, so she was on the telephone at the crack of dawn.
Well, what did she want?
Now, here's the thing. She's got an extra ticket to the theater tonight, and she wants you to join her.
Sure.
Now, wait till I finish, dear. I told her it was your decision, of course, but I thought you had other plans.
What other plans?
Think, darling, isn't there something rather special going on in your life this evening? Oh, am I right or am I right?
Dancing school. Damn it!
Not just dancing school, sweetheart. The first session of the junior assemblies.
I
It's
can't-
a big step beyond dancing school.
I can't work in this place. It's like a tomb.
I told her right back so she could drum up someone else.
I thought it was my decision.
It is, sweetheart, of course.
Then I'd like to see the play with Aunt Martha.
Carolyn, I think you're being just a little impulsive this morning. You don't even know what the play is.
Well, what is it then?
Well, it happens to be a very talky play called St. Joan.
We read that in school. I want to go see it all the more.
It's the road company, sweetheart. It doesn't even have Catherine Cornell.
I'd still like to go,
To some endless play with your maiden aunt.
but she's my favorite person.
And then golf is that important to you.
I'll call her right now.
Carolyn, I do hope you realize, of course, that on the first session of junior assemblies, everyone gets acquainted.
Really?
Oh, heavens, yes. It starts everything off on the right foot.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes. It's like the first day of school. Once you miss, you never catch up.
Oh, gosh.
You see why we shouldn't make hasty decisions.
Then maybe I won't go at all.
What do you mean?
Maybe I'll skip all the junior assemblies.
Oh, Carolyn.
I don't like dancing school anyway.
Don't be silly.
I don't. I've never liked it. I'm bigger than half the boys. I never know what to say, and I'm a terrible dancer. Last year, I spent half the time in the ladies' room.
Nonsense.
It's true, Mother. I hate it. I don't know why I have to go. St. Joan wouldn't go to dancing school in a million years.
Yes, and look what happened to St. Joan.
I don't care. I've made up my mind.
Yeah, Martha seems to have caused a little trouble around here this morning.
Maybe.
Yeah, Martha seems to have opened up a whole can of worms.
I'm glad she did.
All right, and how do you propose to spend your other Saturday nights when there's no St. Joan and no Aunt Martha? Well, all your friends are out having the time of their lives at junior assemblies.
I'll do something.
Such as what? Hanging around here listening to that stupid hip parade? Bothering the maids when we're trying to plan a party?
I'll do something, Mother.
Well, you're obviously not old enough to make an intelligent decision.
I knew you wouldn't let me decide.
All right, then decide.
I'd like to.
But let me tell you a little story before you do. About your dear Aunt Martha, who also had to make a little decision of her own when she was about your age. She decided, if you breathe a word of this, I'll strangle you. She decided she was in love with her rival. So she threw everything up and ran off with him to Teos, New Mexico, where your father had to track her down and drag her back. But it was too late, Carolyn. She had been overstimulated. And from then on in, she refused to join the rest of the workday world. Now, there it is, in a nutshell. So think about it, as I'm ordering groceries, and decide.
I decided, Mother.
Good, I hope you've come to your senses.
I decided to talk to Aunt Martha.
You've got a dentist appointment. Carolyn, you've got riding lessons at noon. No, we'll skip the riding lessons, but Carolyn!
22 feet, 6 inches.
Fine room. Big room. Look at these French doors.
I'm looking. I'm also thinking about heat loss. 8 feet, 2 inches. Now there's your dining room, Doctor.
There it is.
Big room, light room, commodious room,
One of the reasons we bought the house.
and one of the reasons we should consider breaking it up.
Breaking it up.
Now bear with me. What say we turn this room into an office for you and a waiting room for your patients?
I thought we were to open up the maids' rooms on the 3rd floor.
Hold on, relax. The patient trusts the psychiatrist, doesn't he? Why can't the psychiatrist trust the architect? Now here's the ground plan of the house. Here's what you're stuck in, for the moment. And here, with these approximate dimensions, is your dining room.
I see.
Now suppose, just suppose, we start with a clean slate. Suppose we open this up here, slam a beam in here, break through here and here, blast out this, throw out that, and what do we have?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, we don't have a dining room, Lauren. That's what we don't have.
But where would we eat?
Right here. Look, I'm putting in an eating area. Here's the fridge, cooking units, butcher block table, chrome chairs. See? Look at the space, the flow. All you cook, your husband sets the kids set the dishes, husband stacks the table. All right here. Democracy at work, in your own home. Now, let's review your day. You come down to breakfast. Everybody's fixing his or her own thing. Cornflakes, Pop-Tarts, whatever. You eat, chat, read the paper, say goodbye. Should be a nurse or receptionist?
No, I'm just a humble string.
Well, you come in here to the reception room, maybe adjust the magazines in the table here, maybe add your newspapers in the pile. Then you go through your soundproof door into your office. You turn on the stereo console here, maybe select a book from the volume here, and set up behind your desk module here. Soon, buzz. A patient arrives. You turn off your music, put aside your book, and buzz them into the soundproof door. You box on the couch here, tells you his dream. You look out the window here, you write him up, and then fun,
Buzz in the next.
and buzz in the next. Soon, it's time for lunch. You go in here, have lunch with the husband or one of the kids, and then stroll back in here for a nap. More buzzes, more patients, and soon it's time for a good, easy, cooperative supper with your family.
But not in the dining room.
No, not in the dining room.
This room has such resonance.
So does a church. That doesn't mean you have to live in it. Look, I know wherever I speak. I grew up in a room like this.
Oh, yes?
Oh, sure. Molly,
This is home turkey.
this is home turf committee.
Really?
God, yes. My father sat in a chair just like this.
I see.
And my mother sat here, and my sister here. And I sat here. Oh, it all comes back.
Do you want to tell me about it?
It was torture. Endless meals, waiting to begin, waiting for the dessert, waiting to be excused so they couldn't lean on you anymore.
Was it that bad?
washing my hands, and my father... Go on. Never mind. The point is, Doctor, it's time to get rid of this room. Tell you frankly, I'm not interested in throwing around any more maids rooms. I can do that in my sleep. What I want is the chance to get in here, so I can open up your whole ground floor. So what do you say?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay, fine. Take your time. Tell you what, I'll send you my bill of the work I've done so far.
Good. And I'll send you mine.
Would you mind setting up over here, Aunt Harriet? I would like to get you in the late afternoon light.
Now I thought I'd use these Irish linen placemats with the matching napkins. What? Your great uncle inherited from his sister. They need to be washed and ironed by hand after every use. Then, of course, the silverware, which was a wedding present from my great-grandmother. Peacock forks, pistol-handled knives, and spoon with fat-tailed backs, all Williamsburg patterned. They should be polished at least every 2 weeks. All of this is Struvenshire. Mine. All, as is the butter plate. All of this is bone. The wine glasses are early Struven, but the goblets and the finger bowls are both Waterford. Now, none of this should go in the dishwasher. It's all far too delicate for detergents.
Finger bowls?
Of course, finger bowls. Our side of the family always used them between salad and dessert.
Would you show me how they worked?
Of course, dear. First, the maid would take away the salad plate, like this. Then they would place the finger bowls down in front of you, like this. They would be filled approximately halfway with cool water and might have a little rose or a sliver of lemon floating in it. Then you would take your napkin and put it on your lap, like this. Then you would dip your fingers into the finger bowl. Gently, gently, then wiggle and shake them off. Then dab them on your napkin and dab your lips.
Thanks, Aunt Harriet. That was
And then they would bring out a nice chocolate sherbet or chocolate mousse.
Thanks, Aunt Harriet. That was terrific.
Now, Tony, I didn't quite understand over the phone. What exactly is this for?
This is a classroom project for Amherst.
A project? In what great hell?
Anthropology, actually.
Anthropology? Heavens! What does that have to do with this?
Well, you see, we're studying the eating habits of various vanishing cultures. For example, someone is doing the Kikuyas of northern Kenya, and my roommate is talking about the Cree Indians of Saskatchewan. My professor suggested I do a slideshow on us,
Us?
the wasps of northeastern United States.
Oh, I see.
You can learn a lot about a culture from how it eats.
Such as what?
Well, consider the finger bowls, for example. They have an almost neurotic obsession with cleanliness, reflecting the guilt which comes with the last stages of capitalism. Or notice the accumulation of unnecessary glass in China and the compulsion to display it, or the subtle hints of aggression in those pistol-handled knives.
I think I'll ask you to leave now, Tony.
And Harriet,
I was going to ask you to stay for cocktails, but now I won't.
please.
Right now before I call long distance to your mother. Vanishing culture, my eye. Line. I forbid you to mention my name in that class and show one glimpse of my personal property. And you tell your professor that I've got a mind to drive up to Amherst with my pistol-handled butternut on the seat beside me and cut off his anthropological balls!
Oh, Annie, it looks absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, mister.
Now make sure the soup plates are hot,
I always do this.
but I think we can dispense with butterballs just butter?
I'll do butter balls, Mrs.
Oh, would you? How wonderful. And make sure you keep an eye on the ashtrays. People like to smoke in between courses, but they don't like to be reminded of it.
I know, Mrs.
Now, before people arrive, I want to pay you. For you and for Velma in the kitchen. It includes your taxi, so you can leave just right after you finish cleaning up.
Thank you, Mrs.
I put a little extra in yours, just because you've been so helpful to us through the years.
Thank you, Mrs.
I better check the living room.
Yes, Mrs.
Oh, Annie, I heard some strange news through the grapevine. Mrs. Relman said that you won't be available anymore.
No, Mrs.
Not even for us. We've used you more than anyone.
I'm retiring, Mrs.
Not even for special occasions. Can I still reach you at your nephew's?
He's moving away, Mrs.
But where will you go? What will you do?
I've got my sister in Milwaukee, Mrs.
We'll be lost without you.
You'll manage, Mrs.
Not like this. We'll never match this.
Thank you, Mrs.
I think I heard the bell.
I'll get it, Mrs.
Women's clothes upstairs, men's in the hall closet.
Yes, Mrs.
Oh, Annie. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Mrs.
Lately, I've been having this reoccurring dream. We're giving the perfect party. We have our dining room back and grandmother's silver before they were stolen, and Charlie's mother's royal blue dinner plates before the movers dropped them, and even the finger bowls, if I knew where they were. And I've invited all our favorite people. Oh, I don't mean just our old friends. I mean everyone we've ever known and liked. We have the man who fixes our Toyota, and the intelligent young couple who just bought the painting house, and our children be invited too. They'd come back from wherever they are. We'd have 2 cocktails, hot hors d'oeuvres, a first-rate cook in the kitchen, and 2 maids to serve, and everyone would get along famously. My husband laughs when I tell him this dream. He says, "Do you realize what a party like this would cost? Do you realize?" Well, I know all that, but sometimes I think it almost might be worth it. To all of us. To all of us!
Yes, but I don't know how to zoom in and zoom out. How do I zoom in and zoom out?
The world is in a mess. With politics and taxes and people grinding axes, there's no happiness. Zoom, 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 rhythm, lead your race. The future doesn't threaten me if I can only get me someone to slap that bass. Happiness is not a riddle when I'm listening to that big bass fiddle. Slap that bass. Slap that bitch. Keep the rhythm busy. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It's the way you got to go. Slap that bitch. You like darling. Slap that bitch. In your
why the you're gonna be so mad at me. It's his fault. I think I should stop recording, but I don't know how, so press the button.
For anybody who wasn't here the other week, I forgot to bring down the pictures, but each of the actors and singers picked a painting of a portrait, really, of a person, a painting, if that makes sense. And they wrote an original monologue about that they thought made sense with that picture. So these are completely original. And they really didn't work on them from the acting perspective. This was more of a writing assignment. And I haven't even seen these folks for a little while, but we wanted to give them a chance. So we'll go Courtney, then Lauren, then Devin, then Paige. Okay? And that should take us to the end. All right, whenever you're ready.
I'm not sure what it is, but I just feel so different. I can't really explain it. It's like every time I think about it, my heart stops and I can't breathe. Maybe I'm paranoid, or shocked, or just plain old depressed. I can't even remember the last time I smiled. I put in a situation where I could possibly have fun. How can I go out and party, knowing that he will never be able to again? Ever since he's been gone, all I can think about is how much he must have suffered. I feel so alone, so lost. I watch my 5-year-old brother, and it hurts me so much to know that he will hardly have any memories of him. He doesn't realize that he will never see him again. He thinks that Daddy has just gone on vacation to heaven and will be back soon. But the truth is, he won't. Ever. How can I tell him? How can I make him understand? He's just a little kid. It's not fair. My father is the only person who ever really cared for me. He taught me how to read. He spent hours teaching me to farm and take care of the animals. When I was little, he would give me stories every night before bed. He did everything with me. He basically raised me on his own. My mom was around, but was never really there. Not the way he was. Don't get me wrong. I love her very much. It hurts me to see her so upset, but there's nothing I can do. She wants nothing to do with me. I wish I could see my father just one more time. Tell him how much I love him and miss him. I know he will want me to move on, but I just don't think I could do it without him.
I've been going there for 17 years, and there's something about it. This feeling as if it can't get close enough. Like someone's trying to tell me something, and I'm so confused. I lie in my bed every night thinking to myself, asking myself, is this the right thing for me? I spoke to my mom about it yesterday, and she freaked out. I cried. That same night I talked to my best friend, and she laughed at me. I feel like no one is on my side. No one supports me. It was raining out, and no one was home, so I called him. He said to come right over, and so I did. I jumped into my old beat-up bike and rode into the pouring rain. If my mom ever found out I went there, I'd be grounded for, life. She thinks the whole thing is unheard of and not normal, and it makes me so angry that she won't listen to me. She gets all upset and worked up before I even finish what I want to say. Anyway, nothing happened. We just talked. I told him how I felt, and he said if things start to get crazy at home, he'll talk to my parents. 3 days later, my doorbell rings. My heart begins to race. Well, hello, my mom says. Come right in. I sit in my bedroom, leaning close against the door, and listen to them talk. I want to talk to you about your daughter, Anna, he said. Before you go any further, Father, I just want you to understand that no daughter of mine is going to become a nun. She will grow up, get married, and have kids. And there was that feeling again, the feeling of having my heart teared out and stuffed all over. Good.
Dearest Diary, I wanted him to listen. I wanted to live my fairy tale life with him. I was his perfect bride and he was my perfect groom. That dream was ripped viciously out of my self-conscious and shredded into 1,000 pieces. How was I to know what he would do to me? I didn't know that he'd never listen to me. Even if I would beg, cry, or even scream, he would leave me in my room, leaving fresh flowers on the vase beside our bed. I would wake up to the sweet aroma of the fragrant flowers. He had gone to work, returning later that evening, smelling like sweat and cigarette smoke. He would have such a scowl on his face. My spine would shiver, and I'd sit up straight and rigid. That's when it would happen. Yelling at me like how I'd ruined his life. About how I was nothing, just dirt living in his way. No, I was lower than dirt. I was slime. I don't know what made him become so hateful, but hearing him yell at me every night, even if I would cry and beg him to stop, it made my soul melt. I would spend my days curled up in the corner of my room, crying until my husband would come home, rubbing my face in the dirt after I was already down. I lost my will to live. I couldn't leave my house anymore, for I had worried myself physically ill. So I decided that I could no longer live like this. He's done this to me for 3 years now, and that's 3 years too many. So I did it tonight, while he was sleeping. I killed him. The knife is sitting next to me, crimson and shining dully in the flickering candlelight as I write. I believe the blood has stained your binding. I don't care. I know what I've done. I know that I will never hear his yelling again. Maybe I can live now. Or maybe I was used to his hatred, and used to not being able to live. It's over though. He's not ever coming back, and I'm glad.
Has this day come so soon? The day they ripped my life from my bare hands? I can't believe it's been 10 years since I've seen my mother. The day they chose me was the worst day of my life. I can remember it like yesterday. My mother and I were in the market getting some berries for the pie we were going to make. As I reached for the basket to put the berries in, I heard the trumpet sound. The king arrived in his chariot and made an announcement. All young girls that are the age of 8 must report to the palace. My mother cried as the guards took a single file towards the palace gate. As I entered the palace doors, I could still hear my mother's cries in my head as it weighed my thoughts down from bad to worse. They brought us all into the ballroom, made us stand single file in the middle of the room, arms length apart. They circled around us, trying to find all of our flaws. At first, 5 girls were sent away, then 2, then 1 by 1, until I was the only one left. They picked me. For what? I wasn't sure of yet, but I had a feeling it wasn't good. I was brought into this big room with the most beautiful toys I've ever seen. Then, before my eyes, a boy my age, dressed in fine clothes, approached me. Then, he turned to the queen and asked who I was. She replied, "Your wife." I almost cried. Now, I knew why my mother had been sobbing. I was the young prince's future love slave. For years they kept me here, giving me gifts from the prince, gold jewelry, gowns, and fine food. I didn't want all this. All I could think about for all these years was my mother. How is she? Is she alive? Does she miss me? Well, today is the prince's 18th birthday, the day I become his young bride. I have to get out. I have to escape and be free. I would rather die than to be served on a silver platter of this man. I made my final decision. I had to leave. I would make my move tonight before the opening ceremonies began. Well, it's now an hour before the big event. I brought my handmaid into the changing room and gave her my gown for tonight. I said, "Put this on before the ceremony.
They'll never know that you're not me. We look alike and have similar voices. Just act like me, and everything will be okay. She went behind the changing wall and came back in my gown. She then handed me her clothes. She knew the plan. I walked out of the changing room in all of her clothes. No one knew it was me. I was home free. I walked towards the gate and past the guards. No one said a word. Yes, I was home free. It was now time to find my mother. No one can stop me now.
That is what we're showcasing, right? Okay, so thank you so much. Great job to your dancers. And thank you all. You're welcome to hang out here for 10 minutes if the teachers want to keep you on.